Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Datamines for Ascended Joshua and more. We're going to go ahead and actually talk about the units that are going to be on the banner this time. So we have the stats for all the units, and then we have the Grand Hero Battle unit's weapon effect. We have his passives and all those goodies. So we're going to take a look at that. We also have info for the next Hall of Forms, who the units are going to be. It is of course 3 houses themed, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited for that one. And then we have a whole bunch of other, really interesting details I want to share as well. So, pretty rich data mine this time around. Now, there is one thing, actually, that happened. Hold on. Let's just see if I can pull that up before we start. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I probably should have opened this up before, but apparently the app is not working correctly after the update. I've heard a couple of people say the game is crashing on them and stuff, so just in case, maybe wait a little bit to update, but I'm sure most people have updated already, so it is what it is. They'll fix it when they fix it, but just a heads up. Alright, so we're going to start things off, of course, with Ascended Joshua. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Boons and Banes for the units yet, because those were not up. But it doesn't really matter. I'm sure we can just guess what their Boons and Banes are going to be. Alright, so for Joshua, he's got 41 HP, 39 attack, 43 speed, 29 defense, and 25 res. And that gives him a BST of 177. So, not too bad for an infantry ranged unit there. When he has his super boon, he's basically going to jump to the 180 scoring bin. And I'm pretty sure he's going to have super boons in both attack and speed, because why not? He is an ascended hero, of course, so they want you to be able to choose 2 super boons on him that he's actually going to need. So, of course, attack and speed are the likely candidates for that. He might have res as well. I don't know. Sometimes they throw weird ones in, like plus res for who knows why. But res does kind of make sense with Joshua because Audhulma granted him res. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the Boons and Banes actually are. Okay, next up we have Naimi, who's got 39 HP, 39 attack, 42 speed, 21 defense, and 35 res. For a grand total of 176 for the BST. It looks like being an ascended hero doesn't automatically just make you the best, right? Look at this. Naimi, Renak, Column, all these units are not really any less on BST than Joshua here, even though he's the shiny new ascended hero, right? So I guess the ascended hero BST bonus thing is just a pipe dream. Alright, regardless, I'm sure Naimi's probably going to have a super boon in speed. Yeah, usually when they have 42, they just like to give the super boon in speed. She might have one in attack as well. It doesn't really matter. Actually, attack would be pretty good for her because she has that quasi-blade tome effect, I guess you could call it. The same thing that Ashura has, where she just gains a bunch of bonus attack based on ally stat bonuses instead of her own. So, Naimi definitely looks pretty solid. Only problem with her, though, is her base kit sucks. You're going to have to change, all of her skills, which is really weird. Okay, next up we have Renak, who's probably the unit of the batch I'm most excited for besides Joshua, just because I cannot wait to see, Larachel is going to torture this poor guy in the Forging Bonds. I guarantee it. So if you want to see some hijinks, then definitely look forward to that Forging Bonds and Renak's conversations. Alright, he has 39 HP, 37 attack, 42 speed, 34 defense, and 25 res. And that gives him a 177 BST. Okay, so for Renak, probably attack and speed super boon, maybe. Maybe, I don't know if they'll give him one for defenses or HP. It's really hard to say. I wish I just had the Boons and Banes right now, but they aren't available yet. Otherwise, Renak seems okay as far as fodder goes. He comes with some good stuff like Disarm Trap, but they didn't give him a perf weapon, unfortunately, so big RIP there. Instead, they gave him the Ballroom Ethelin's weapon, which we've already seen, but it is seasonal locked, so it's nice to get it on a unit that's actually going to be in the summoning pool now. Alright, next up we have Column, who's going to be our 4-star and 3-star demote of this batch. So he's got 43 HP, 36 attack, 41 speed, 24 defense, and 32 res. And that gives him a 176 BST. I'm going to guess like maybe attack or speed super boon because that's typically where these offensive units get him. Interesting that he has all this res, though. I don't remember this guy being this res tanky in Sacred Stones. Maybe I'm missing something, or I just forgot. It's been years since I've last played any of the GBA games, but yeah, that's pretty solid res that he's got there. I like it. And then with him having Ouch Pouch, basically, and then you can give him Times Pulse, you can give him Quicken Pulse and Instant Charge Lethality, or Glacies, actually, with this good res stat. So this guy does definitely have some options. He's also a blue dagger type, which I think that makes him the first 3-star and 4-star demote to be a blue dagger. So he could have some usability just for that color if you're playing him in Pawns of Loki for the bonuses. Alright, but last up, we're going to take a look at Riev, or Riev, or Riev. However you say this guy's name, I have no idea. But regardless, I've actually been hearing some talk about this guy. It seems like he's actually pretty dope. So let's see what all the fuss is about. He's got 43 HP, 39 attack, 25 speed, 23 defense, and 40 res. So looking pretty res tanky there. Speed not so great, defense not so great, but then attack is definitely workable at 39. Without knowing what his weapon effect does, I actually have not read his weapon yet. So we're about to find out in just a second if this guy lives up to the hype, or if he even lives up to Yen Fei, who is really, really good. He's got a 170 BST though, so okay, stat line seems like it could work depending on what he does. Let's go ahead and find that out now. Okay, so Argent Aura, again, forgive me. It's like so early on into these data mines that people are posting potato images here. The quality sucks, but I'm going to do my best. So, Argent Aura with 14 Might and 2 range, accelerates special trigger. At the start of turn, inflicts all stats -5 and stall on foes on the enemy team with the lowest speed, and any foes within 2 spaces of those foes. At the start of combat, if foe's HP is above or equal to 75%, grants attack and res up 6 to unit during combat. Very interesting. Okay, so, I mean, stall is like a dead passive. They release stall, and there's like absolutely no reason to ever run stall in the C slot, because you have to be in cardinal directions to use it, and it's just not good. You'd rather run something else in the C slot instead. And they kind of made it better with the Loki refine, where they gave her stall as an effect. But, dude, this is way better, because the effect radius that this guy is going to have with stall, and he also does all stats -5 as well. At the start of the turn, there's no turn limit on this either, so it's not like a lot of these good or potentially good Grand Hero Battle Tome units that had some interesting effects. They ended up getting killed by the turn restriction limits on whether it activates turn 1 through 4 or on turn 4 specifically, or whatever else they may do. This one just always activates at the start of the turn, so this is really good. Definitely a hard counter to Legendary Sigurd, as well as a whole bunch of other things. The flying beast units that transform and gain +1 movement, or also odd and even Tempest. There are so many effects that actually grant bonus movement. So to have stall is just going to like completely crush a whole bunch of the mobility of some of these powerful OP units. So this is definitely good. Definitely going to be good in player duels as well, I think, because I actually run Sigurd on my player duels team, so I'm going to have to watch out for freaking Riev of all people, believe it or not. Alright, so definitely a good Grand Hero battle this time around. Okay, here we have the skill inheritance levels for the units. Attack and speed 2 at 4-star for column, which... I mean, dude, everybody just brace for impact from that. Attack and speed 2, man, oh my god, that's... You're going to be shredding people with that at 4-star. Yo, don't even get me started on how powerful that's going to be. Alright, we also have Attack and Res Link 3 at 5-star. Whatever. Alright, Alright. I didn't even have to read the potato image then. Alright, big goof up there, Tacho. My bad, guys. My bad. Alright, Attack and... Whoa, he has Attack and Res Ideal 3 also? Dude, freaking Riev is... This guy is the man. Okay, at 5-star though, but who cares? I mean, you can still get this and the level 4 variant. These are just so good. I wish they would do this on every Grand Hero Battle Hero. Just give them some of these level 4 skills at level 3, so that when we're going for the inheritance, we can get the level 4 and something else on top of it. Just so helpful. Alright, he has Savage Blow, but that's not a big deal. A million people have that. It's at 4-star though. And he has Glacies as a special, which seems fine to me. Okay, here's something actually pretty interesting. So, Canas, whatever you want to call him, this is actually his weapon effect animation. So, it's freaking Luna, man. That's what everybody wanted his refine to be, was Luna. So, maybe they didn't give him Luna, but they actually gave him the Luna animation. So, pretty awesome anyway. Definitely nice to see that. Okay, this is the new filter thing that they were talking about. We're going to be able to actually type in and search for what we want, as far as naming goes, or a skill search, or anything. This is pretty good. Going to make it a lot easier than using the other feature they had, where you had to scroll through a list to find the skills that you're looking for. That was just not fun. And it takes a lot of scrolling, a lot of paying attention. This is just easier. So definitely a nice quality of life update there. Okay. Alright. New Summoner Duels R event has been added and begins January 20th. As for what R stands for, I have no clue. Some people said it might be Summoner Duels Ranked, which I think could make sense. But then there's a lot of funny posts saying it's Summoner Duels Ruined, which is... I really hope not, because Summoner Duels is my favorite mode right now. I would really hate it if they messed with this mode and made it bad, but... I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know how bad or how good this is going to be yet, but just a heads up, guys, that Summoner Duels R, whatever that means, is coming. Alright, and here's the Hall of Forms batch for this round. We're getting the Summer Sylvain. We got Summer Ingrid, Summer Dorothea, and Summer Lawrence. Okay. Lawrence is he's a Tempest Trial unit, so he's easy to merge to +10, but does that mean you actually want to? Probably not. I think maybe if you're going to go ahead and use your, your Form of Soul on any of these guys, I would actually say save it unless someone here is your favorite and you really want to get him. Like, maybe you missed Summer Ingrid on her banner and she's your favorite character from 3 houses, then maybe you want to use the Form of Soul to get her there, but I'm not really too impressed by what any of these guys do. Dorothea has a little bit of value because she's the only dancer from 3 houses. So if we're playing in a limited battle where you can only use characters from one title, or if you're playing in resonant battles and you can only use one dancer from this game or something like that, it's just valuable to have her. But also the harmonized Dorothea has dance as well, and she's definitely better. So I wouldn't really put too much stock in her being one of the only 2 dancers from this game, but it's up to you, your call on what you want to do. I think probably Ingrid would be the best of this batch. Her weapon is really good, and then she has that flying type superiority with access to all of the best skills. So Maybe go for Ingrid, but I would say just save your Form of Soul unless you really want to get somebody. So that's going to wrap us up for this round of Datamines. I'm actually low-key pretty excited for Riev now, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out. I'm actually not going to summon on the banner. I decided against it. But I will definitely enjoy myself some Forging Bonds for this round, because I want to see what a lot of these characters have to say, particularly Renak and Joshua in their Forging Bonds. I think they're going to have some cool conversations. So that's all for tonight. This is your boy Tacho signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.